Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 15 with me, Brad M73. Let's see here. I haven't played since I don't know, last time I recorded. I haven't been feeling too good earlier this week. I don't know. I don't feel like I've got the flu or anything. Just like one of those things where you feel like you just don't have any energy. And I'm probably getting a bit of cabin fever like I did last year because I could not wait for spring. And now we're into February, and it's like, when is spring gonna get here? And warm weather. It's absolutely freezing cold out. I think it's like 15 degrees outside right now. Might even be colder now. I don't know. And this weekend it's supposed to get up to like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously. And that's a pretty big temperature gradient over the course of 2 or 3 days. Actually, Saturday I think it's supposed to be like 47, and then Sunday I've heard anywhere from 49 to 54. So who knows? But I was like, man, I haven't really been doing too much recording this week. Trying to think of what I've been trying to play Assassin's Creed, Unity, because because I got that game a few weeks ago, and but I've run into this problem where I have like a game crash, like the main executive file crashes. There's no error code or anything like that. There's probably like a log file, but I've sent a support request to Ubisoft, and I am very skeptical as to whether or not they're actually going to come through with with getting a response, or a response that fixes my problem. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we have missions. That's right. Let's do this mission. Yeah, I think I don't know if this is going to be an incredibly long mission or long episode. Oh gosh, I got to go from the side, don't I? However, I'm going to try to record more Farming Sim this weekend, as well as some more Construction Sim. So hopefully I will get that done this weekend. Where are we going with this bad boy? We are going into the yarn place. So yeah, I just wasn't feeling that great. I've been playing a little bit of CS:GO. That's Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or Global, I don't know, Global something. And then, lo and behold, my Watch Dogs account got approved today. I had purchased a key from Watch Dogs from G2A.com, and so, and that was actually like a week ago, basically a week ago Thursday, the last Thursday of January. So, or no, it's been 2 weeks ago. I take that back. It's been 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, or well, yesterday. Well, yeah, I guess it's still today since it's almost midnight. Not quite. But anyway, I bought a copy because they had a key for like a global key for like $5.74, and then you can pay like another $1 or something like that for the guarantee that it's going to work. So anyway, I buy the key, take the key, put the key into my Ubisoft account, and it accepted it, put the game into my library, and so I started playing it. Right, not playing it, but I started downloading it. This was on a Thursday, remember? So I was busy on Friday, kind of forgot about it. On Saturday, I go and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go play Watch Dogs since, all the files are downloaded and it's installed and yada yada. And I get this message saying, when I try to start the game, it says, please put the copy of your, your product key in again. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I got the product key. And what ends up happening is I get another message saying your product key has been banned from Uplay or something like that. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, what did I do? So I open up a support ticket, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, I've never used G2A.com. It's got PewDiePie's pictures all over it, so obviously he endorses it. So it's legit, right? Because everybody trusts PewDiePie, the Pewds. And so anyway, yeah. I contact them and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, we have no idea. Contact Ubisoft. So I contacted Ubisoft and I said, what's going on? And they're like, all they said was, we reserve the right to occasionally ban, product keys from our servers. And they're basically like, check with the place that you got it from. So I went back to G2A and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, well, we need screenshots of all your stuff. And so I sent them back screenshots, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna, give this on to our complaints department or something. So that was about a week and a half ago. Yeah, it was like a week ago Monday. So a week and 4 days. So anyway, I hadn't heard anything. I kept, updating my support ticket, asking like, when are they going to give me a reply, because I don't want to have to do like a PayPal chargeback thing. So just at what in the world is that all? Man, that's a strong forklift. So just out of curiosity, I was like, I wanted to see. I checked with G2A again today, and no update to my support ticket in over a week. I think on Monday or Tuesday of this week, I actually did their online chat thing where you can actually chat with a representative, and they're like, yeah, your case has been forwarded to the complaints department, and supposedly they're saying that the keys that we were purchasing were actually for Russia or something like that, or poorer regions of the world, and that they were taking, like, I guess G2A supposedly was taking advantage of the fact that they can buy these cheap keys, out of Russia, and then sell them for cheap to anybody, who wants to buy them. So anyway, I don't know I'm not sure what was going on. So anyway, earlier today, I wanted to see exactly what the message was again, and so I tried to load up my copy of Watch Dogs, and lo and behold, it started playing, and I'm like, what? So my copy is now working. I've not received any correspondence from Ubisoft or from G2A. I just thought that was really bizarre. So I played it for a few hours tonight, and it's actually pretty good. It's kind of like a little bit like Grand Theft Auto, except there's more hacking. It's like just all like computer hacking and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys want to see a Let's Play on it. I might actually consider doing a Let's Play on it because it's pretty fun. So post in the comments if you would like to maybe see an episode or two, and see where that gets us. All right. So I think in the last episode I also said that I wanted to move all of the forestry equipment down to the big forest down south. So that's what I'm going to kind of do in this episode. I'm also going to take a look at the courseplay route that I created in the last episode. A lot of people were saying that, well, I didn't start, or no, was it the last episode or the episode before that? Anyway, a lot of people were saying, well, I didn't start the combine off at the correct waypoint, and that had I started it off at the correct waypoint, I would not have had the problem that I had. So I thought, well, I guess I can just take a look at um, which waypoint that was, and or we can try to figure out what waypoint it was, and then maybe the next time we'll know, which corner of the field we actually need to start with to do the headland. So I guess I'm gonna do that this episode. I'm gonna see if I can get that figured out. I don't think this is going to be a terribly long episode. I just kind of mainly wanted to move this equipment. I actually noticed that there was a mod that I really liked from Farming Sim 15 or 2013, that came out. Actually, it kind of snuck past me on ls2015.com. I'm usually pretty much every day I check the site and see if there's any new maps or any new mods that interest me. Usually there's not, but sometimes there was. And so anyway, I found this shelter mod, and I thought, that's the one that I used to use on my Westbridge Hills map. I really, really liked it, and I think I might want to buy it for this game. So I did some tests with it, made sure it wasn't running any, I wasn't getting any errors or anything like that. So it looks good. The only thing that kind of disappoints me is the textures don't look as good. And I'm actually going to, before I actually purchase it, if I decide, well, that's what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do like a side-by-side comparison of the old mod and the new mod, and to make sure that the textures are okay. Because for some reason they looked like they were a lot more blurry or something like that. They didn't look like they were really super clear, and I remember them being more clear than they are. So I'm going to check that out. If that pans out, then I am gonna purchase one of those, and probably plop it down over here somewhere. I don't know yet. So we need to get all the equipment moved down. I was kind of hoping that we would get some type of great demand, which we have not gotten. Guess I'm gonna have to speed up. 43. It's good. And then the other thing I kind of thought about doing was making a course play route for the logging tractors, so that essentially there'll be like a course to drive them there, and then a course to bring them back down to the logging area. That way I don't have to sit there and babysit them and drive them and all that kind of stuff. When all I need to do is just take the wood up to the train yard and drive the tractors back. I also thought about the possibility of using the IT runner trailer to transport logs a little bit easier, but I don't have the money to buy the IT runner trailer or the logging trailer for it, and I can look at that here in a moment as well. Just to kind of make sure. Let's see, is it in mods? In mods? Oh no, it's not in mods. It's actually in somewhere in all of this stuff. Let's see here. Well, no, it's not a dolly. Is it a trailer? Here it is, IT runner. So that's 55,000. We don't even have that. And then I think the other section is under forestry equipment. And yeah, there's the IT. So 50, so it's going to cost us 64,000 to get the log trailer. But I thought, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll see how it works. And if, if it works okay, then maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. So that might be on the drawing board for a future episode. I kind of need to buy like another loading wagon because, one of the things I really need to do is to, get my. See, I've got a loading wagon over here already. Let's jump into this tractor, and I think this one has straw in it. And I need grass, so I need to get another one to pick up grass for the sheep and stuff and the cows, to at least get them making a little bit of money. Yeah, see, this has got straw, and I think this is just basically going to, it's going to pretty much be full. I'm not going to be able to do too much. Yeah. So I can't really empty this out. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy up. We're going to do the mowing mission, which will give us a few $1,000s more. Because the mowing mission's right up here. Okay. So I'm going to set this down. Disconnect that. Disconnect that, and let's go mow. Blue and red with a red, white, and blue tractor. America. America, America, America. Wait, that's like the America's Funniest Home Videos theme song. I don't want to be singing that. They'll probably sue me for sure. Okay, so apparently this thing is not too nose heavy. Alright, let's get the mowing. Mowing, 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 mowing. Kind of going a different route this time, eh? Don't ask me what I'm doing. This tractor actually behaves a bit differently with that front, with the mower. That's weird. So I thought I could kind of bring this tractor back, get some grass for what it's worth, and go up and feed the sheeps, because they need to be fed. They're starving. Have not been fed in many, many episodes. Okay. That's pretty steep coming back up there. when you're on the tractor, it doesn't really look like it's that steep, but it actually kind of is. Okay. Should be done here in a moment. All right. I will finish the mowing. Come on, fold it up. No. Okay. And let's see how I want to do this. That mower's as big as that little car. Okay. Just want to pick this up. You guys also might know or notice the inspector mod. I think it's version 2. It's either 2.4 or 1.24, something like that. I think it's 2.4 inspector mod, which is up at the top left, or now it's at the top left, where it's got like the sheep productivity and the Deutz and all that stuff. Apparently it's been out since the end of November, and I was using like the very first version. So this is actually going to be a lot less information on the screen, but the information that it will be showing is going to be a lot more pertinent to what we're going to be doing. So that's good. You guys ask about the mods that I use, so I thought, inspector mod. Nope. Okay. No. I kind of feel bad that the game is taking such a long time. Oh, shoot. You know what? You guys know what? Let's see here. Loading wagons. That one holds 38. That one's 50. Man, those things are flipping expensive. So that one's 88,000. Let's whoops. Insert. I guess I'll borrow some money here so that we can get that the other loading wagon that we need, because we really need it. And I tell you what, oh wait, I can't do that. Okay. Okay, so we'll drive this up. Drive it up to the dealer. We're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up the forage wagon, and then we will go and do. Pick up some grass. We can even pick up the grass on the big field over there too. Another thing that might also be helpful is a windrower. That's another 32 grand, isn't it? I think that one's gonna be way too big. I don't know. Should I get a windrower, guys? the smallest one seems too small. The medium one seems too big, and then the biggest one seems, absolutely huge. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's see, what else have I been playing this week? Oh, I've been playing more. Oh gosh, man, this thing is hard to pull. I have been playing more Elite Dangerous. I got into the 1.1 beta. Well, I get it for free because I was a backer of Elite Dangerous, and so I was playing around with it, but unfortunately, it starts you all the way at the beginning. So I was like, yeah, no. And but I went back and I started playing, just regular Elite Dangerous. I finally got my joystick configuration working, 98% the way I want it. And so I was playing around with that and just, having some fun, trying to make some money, running into things and blowing up and all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's the other thing I've been playing. That game is absolutely awesome. I remember playing the original Elite back when I was 10 years old. Yes, and it was like 30 years ago. And I remember what a difficult game it was back then. I wonder if I could course play this. But anyway, the visuals in the game are just absolutely beautiful, and they're getting better with each update. It seems like they've pretty much been doing, just about weekly updates of the game, so that's good. Yeah, this thing's almost a quarter of the way full. That's actually kind of surprising. So yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that. Let's see, CS:GO, and really Assassin's Creed until, until I had that crash, and now I don't know what to do. I think I might actually try to uninstall and reinstall the game. Maybe that'll help. Who knows? It does upset me though. 40%. I don't really know. Man, I can really pick. You can go like top speed. Look at that. I'm going. Oh no, I'm not going 52 miles an hour. That's just what my speed control says I'm going. But we're already half full, so that's good. Trying not to lose too much speed, but going uphill. I mean, at this point, there's a couple things that I'm looking forward to. I know, last year I was playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. I had it when it first came out, and you guys really like that series, and so Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 is currently on Kickstarter. They're running a Kickstarter campaign, and I don't think it was really doing that great when I first checked it. And they're only trying to raise like $20,000 or 20,000 Canadian dollars too, I think, which is kind of weird. But they're basically saying if they raise that money, they're going to be able to do all their, different, goals for the project and stuff like that. And that I guess supposedly it's going to be available on Steam sometime this spring. So I'm guessing maybe like, March, April, May, sometime in that time frame. Probably around the same. Oh, we're almost full and 50. All right. Fold it up. There we go. All right. So let's take this up, top this off to the, with the sheeps. So yeah, if Car Mechanic Sim 2015 comes out, I'm definitely going to be picking that up. playing it for you guys because I did like the first one. And my only complaint about the first one was that it wasn't complicated enough, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, it was more of like a, changing exhaust simulator, changing spark plug simulator, but it didn't really get into the really nitty gritty stuff of engines. So I think, maybe the company kind of laid the foundation for the game with 2014, and hopefully from the looks of it, it's been dramatically expanded in 2015. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what happens, and so keep posted here in the next couple months. It should be out, and when it is, I will definitely be picking it up. This tractor really feels maybe if oh no. Oh, okay, that's what that. Okay, never mind. I know I'm driving across the fields, but I'm just trying to get up to where the sheep are so I can dump this off and take it down to the cows. Well, actually, I need to kind of fill it up again. So this is kind of a grassy episode. So, yeah, aside from that, really the only other game I'm really looking forward to is GTA 5. And what I plan to do with GTA 5 is essentially reboot my series. It started off on PS3. I eventually got to the point where I didn't want to continue with the series because I felt that it was too difficult to record with the Hauppauge DVR and process the video. It was just a pain. Oh my gosh, it might be a little bit easier to do now because, I've got my supercomputer built, yeah, and funny thing, I've actually been getting quite a bit of flack. Not a lot. I take that back. Not a lot, but I've been getting some flack about my choices that I made for building my gaming computer. Yes, I know that some of the parts were overkill, namely the processor. I don't even come close to touching the full potential of the processor. However, there are games that do max out the clock speed of the processor at 3.5 gigahertz. Actually, it clocks a little bit faster than that. It's like about 3.6 gigahertz, I guess. But I don't think I've had any application so far that's actually maxed out all the cores and threads of the CPU. And again, if you don't know what it is, it's an Intel 5960X, and it's pretty much Intel's best i7 that's currently available right now, as of February 6th, 2015. It is an awesome processor. I'm not gonna say that it's not. However, a 4960K on the X79 chipset, I think it's the X79 or Z79 chipset, for gaming and doing video editing and stuff like that, probably 99% of players out there are not going to be able to know. They won't even notice the difference between the two, other than the 4960K or the 4790K, I think. Yes, 4790K. I'm sorry. The 4790K. They're not even going to notice a difference, except that the 4790K is a third the price or a quarter of the price or something like that. It's way less expensive. I'm kind of surprised that this tractor's having so much trouble with this. P6. You know what? I should probably get that Deutz-Fahr to do this. So why don't we do that? I'm going to take... Where's my black Deutz-Fahr? There it is. See, he's all muddy. He knows where he's going. Let's go ahead and drop this off. I actually might take the combine around and pick up the rest of this wheat too, because, or barley, or, oh my gosh, or whatever it is, because, yeah. And where is my, we're going to take an off-road trip through the woods here. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. Wait. To Brad M73's house we go. Now, you guys might be asking why I just crashed into that tree. Well, I sneezed, and I didn't want to deafen all of my viewers. Wait, where's the... Oh, it's over here. So I was looking out for you guys, because I didn't want to make you guys deaf and by blowing out your eardrums. Aren't I a nice guy? Alright. So this guy can go kind of back to doing tree stuff. And I will go back to doing this stuff. Okay. Yeah, that seems like it's working out a little bit better. Okay. So, so anyway, back to the 5960. Yeah, I know that I spent way too much money. It is definitely overkill. My reason for doing so was because I basically wanted to buy the best I possibly could that was currently available, because it's been many, many years since I've done that. Now, some people might say, well, Brad, why didn't you go and spend $2,500 on a Xeon processor? Well, when you really look at the numbers, Xeon processors really aren't that great for gaming. They're really good for things like video editing and video processing and 3D rendering. And when I say 3D rendering, I'm talking like Adobe After Effects, video editing kind of stuff, CAD, those types of things, not so much video games. They're really good at that, not so good at gaming. They're also $2,500, which, yeah, I guess I could have, it actually was within my maximum budget. I still could have gone ahead and got one of those, but I didn't really feel that there was going to be any significant advantage over buying a Xeon over the i7. Xeons are typically, server processors, and you don't, somebody out there might use it for gaming. I think Linus Tech Tips recently had a video, explaining why people don't use Xeons for gaming. And then, I've also taken a little bit of flack for not going with an AMD R9 290 or a 290X2. The reason why is the 980, by and large, outperforms the 290. Now, there seems to be some conflicting benchmarks out there. And I will say that, yes, I do understand that possibly there are going to be times where the R9 290 is going to outperform a 980. However, that's not the only reason why I don't want to go with a Radeon processor. I don't like Radeons. I've had problems with their driver support over the years. I've had several different Radeon cards over the years, and there was always some kind of weird thing. Certain games I would have crashes with them where I would not have the same issues with an NVIDIA card. NVIDIA seem, and things may have changed with AMD, but NVIDIA's always seemed to have better driver support. especially for gaming, over the ATI cards. Again, that might be something that has changed. However, I just am not comfortable with a Radeon card. Now, if someone were to like donate one to me for testing or something like that, I would be more than happy to oblige and eat my words. However, for the applications that I'm using, the screen resolution that I'm running in, you know, one of the arguments was, well, you know, the R9 290 beats the GTX 980 in 4K. You know, I don't really care about 4K. 4K is a technology that, while good, I don't think it's there yet. The best monitors that you can buy for 4K still only refresh at a maximum of 60 hertz. A lot of the monitors, especially cheap monitors that are out there, you know, still only have a 30 hertz refresh rate. And some people are like, you know, no, they don't. No, they don't. Well, you're right. Not all of them do, but some of them do. Many of them do. Many of the ones that are still out there right now do. Now, it's not difficult to find a newer one with a 60 hertz refresh rate. It's not. But I don't want 60 hertz when I can get 144 hertz at, you know, 1440p, which is freaking awesome if you ask me. And, you know, people were like, well, you know, you can get the same performance, you know, for half the price and all this other stuff with an R9 290. Well, that's something that's kind of up for debate as well, because it depends on the game, it depends on the resolution, it also depends on the driver set. You know, what was the game developed more for NVIDIA cards, or was it made, you know, developed more for ATI cards? Or, you know, some games are kind of in between, and that's fine. For my purposes, most of my games do benefit from NVIDIA cards, and, you know, for my personal preference, I wanted an NVIDIA card. I didn't care how much it cost, because, like I said, I had already had this budget in place a long time ago. Oh man, I still can't silage this, darn it. And basically, you know, for once I was going to have a no compromises PC build. I was going to buy exactly what I wanted, and I got exactly what I wanted. The computer performs absolutely beautifully. It actually has exceeded my expectations in almost every possible way, and I can't say anything, you know, more than that. I got what I want. My computer's playing great. I wish everybody could have a setup like this, because you know, to play a game like Farming Simulator at 144 hertz or whatever I'm playing at, you know, 120 something frames a second, it's kind of going up and down faster than I can really read it. Whoops. I'm just like trying to pick up more grass here. So yeah, I think this is a, you know, great PC build. Now, it's not for everybody, and I'm not saying that, you know, everybody should go out and, you know, like, for example, my processor. I would not recommend this processor to anybody unless you were, you know, you have the disposable income and you want to, you know, build the best that you can get. B, you've, like me, you've saved money for years and years and years. Literally, you know, this is like the result of about 3 years of me saving money for the next, you know, the next big computer, and basically setting, you know, bits and pieces of money aside, you know, under my pillow or for this express purpose. Or B, you have a very small weenus and you need to impress. I was gonna say impress some girls, but I don't think a processor is really gonna impress that many girls. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. The processor is overkill for sure. Going with the 16 gigs of RAM is pretty much right on the money. I think I mentioned this maybe in another episode, but I actually booted up Farming Sim in-game, Euro Truck Simulator 2 in-game, I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Unity, both in-game, not at like a menu screen or anything like that. And I think it seemed like there was another game I had opened up too, maybe 7 Days to Die and maybe Construction Simulator or something like that. I had Photoshop open. I had 8 or 10 browser windows open. I think maybe 8, and with Facebook and YouTube and whatever else loaded up in the background. And on top of that, I still had I had Handbrake open, and I was processing a 10-minute long video. Obviously, the processor speed was completely tapped out. 3,600 and something, whatever, megahertz. It's a little over 3.6 megahertz. And I could Alt-Tab to any game, any of the other desktops, pretty much instantaneously. Better than I could with my old computer, that's for sure. And when I looked at how much system RAM was free, I was only using 11 and a half. It's around 11. I think it was maybe a little bit more, 11.5, 11.6 gigs of RAM. So I wasn't even coming close to touching the 16 gigs of RAM that I have. Now, I actually when I record my videos, sometimes my videos are upwards of 16 gigs, and so I was doing another test to see, well, if I've got a video that's 18. It seemed like I had one that was 18 or 20 gigs the other day. This one will probably be pretty big, and I can once again verify that. But I wanted to see, well, if I had this huge video, is that going to dramatically change the amount of RAM that I need for Handbrake? And I didn't really see any evidence of that. It's more. Seems like it's more, read-write speed than it is, actual memory capacity. So, yeah. Oh man, we got 99%. That's awesome. Okay, so let's turn this off. We'll take this back down, and this will probably be a pretty good starting or stopping point for this video. So, people will also ask, well, why did you get the Asus Poseidon with the water cooling? Are you going to do a custom cooling loop? I think down the road, I might consider purchasing a second Poseidon and doing a custom cooling loop. Do I need to do that right now? No. Would I really need to do that in the future? Probably not. This computer, graphically, I am very comfortable in saying that it's probably going to at least take me through the next year or more with any AAA title that I'm going to be able to throw at it. That's including, GTA 5 and whatever else comes down the line. Assassin's Creed next, Battlefield this, Call of that, whatever I'm thinking of throwing at it. I have no qualms that this PC is going to devour it immediately. Let's see if I can get this sucker compacted down. 748. Oh man, this is where we need the big that big Caterpillar tractor. So I can't really say that there's anything on my PC that I would change at this point. Um, the ROG Swift monitor is awesome. Um, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But anyway, I was getting some flack from people saying, well, you overspent. Yeah, I know that. That was the point. I did it because I can. I'm not, I'm not running 4K. I'm running 1440p, and I'm incredibly happy, dude. I mean, you guys can't imagine, like, I don't know, maybe you can if you've got a similar setup. It's absolutely awesome, and it's really, especially for games like, oh, what was I playing earlier? I decided that I'm going to start playing some Alien Isolation again because that game's scary, and it makes me poop my pants quite often, which means I have to do multiple daily underwear, laundry runs. No, I'm just kidding. And but anyway, now I started playing Alien Isolation again, and it's like I'm playing that at like some crazy resolution, and it's down converting it to 1440p, and it's still running at like 140 frames a second or something crazy. And the level of detail on that game is just absolutely amazing. All right, so we got the fill levels at 18%, compacted to 100%. Blanket silo, yes, yay! So we got a little bit of silage coming down the road. We should still probably fill this guy up, and with grass, because we got this other field up here too. But I think this is a pretty good time to end the episode. So I appreciate you guys watching and listening to me rant and rave and all kinds of things about my new gaming PC. I know a lot of people have been asking questions like, would you do this or would you do that? Or, I did my own research. I don't mind helping people. But I get a lot of questions about stuff that I have no clue about. A lot of people ask me about AMD processors. I don't buy AMD processors. I haven't for years. I literally know nothing about them and how they directly compare to an Intel. There's just, a lot of, people that know the differences. Intel is a superior processor. There's, no... when you look at the benchmarks, Intel's typically beat AMD's. You do pay a considerable amount for that performance. There are also instruction sets in Intel's that AMD processors do not have, and it very rarely affects performance of games and things like that. But I haven't even considered an AMD processor in years. I've just, I've had AMD processors before. I bought them primarily because I was a poor college student and, wanted the best bang for the buck, and I get it. But I'm not going to recommend an AMD product over an Intel product, because I've always been of the mindset that you get what you pay for. So if you buy something, if you research what you want, you save up the money for what you want, you're going to have a great experience. And I'm going to say that hands down with my most recent build. So far, it has been an absolutely awesome experience. It was really fun to do the build. Everything went together pretty much exactly as I expected. And I've got plenty of room for expansion. Like if I wanted to go with the second You know, Asus Poseidon with, you know, a custom water cooling loop. Yes, I can do that. Do I need to? Not really. I think while I was playing, matter of fact, the Alien Isolation has been the first game to get my Poseidon up over 70 Celsius, and it was up, you know, in the mid to upper 70s Celsius range. It's getting up there heat wise, but overall, my main CPU is, you know, it rarely gets over, you know, 43, 44 Celsius with that with the Corsair. And actually, that might even be high. You know, I know the other day when I was checking it out. Actually, I can hold on. I'm going to Alt Tab out. You guys probably won't be able to see it. It's at 41.4 Celsius right now. So yeah, it's playing Farming Sim. Now, Farming Sim's not really a hugely taxing game, but you know, processing video and stuff like that, it doesn't get all that hot. And you know, when I process this video right after I record it, it's going to be at 100% CPU usage for, you know, the better part of 15 to 20 minutes processing the video. So it's going to be a really good time. But anyway, you know, it's a lot of fun. But you know, there are going to be times where I'm going to be able to say, yes, that's an awesome computer build, and there's going to be times where I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to tell people, I don't think that's a good, you know, build, because, you know, I may have different standards. That's fine. That's okay. It's nothing, no reason to get upset about it. You know, everybody has opinions, but opinions are often like armpits. Everybody has them, and sometimes they stink. Mine included. And, you know, and that's okay. You know, if I felt that I was really super wrong, I would probably change my tune on a few things, but you know, on what I've built, what I've put together here, there are absolutely no reservations whatsoever that I built a super awesome computer, and I love it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna quit talking about computer stuff because I am picking up grass. And I thought I would actually get a lot more grass off this field. This field seems like it's like a lot bigger than the other one, but I don't know. The other field is longer, maybe. Longer and narrower, but this one's wider and maybe shorter. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I am going to try to do some more recording this weekend. It's supposed to be pretty warm this weekend. There's a few errands I have to run, but aside from that, I'm going to make a concerted effort to try to get some more recording done, because I need to do Emergency 5. I need to do Construction Sim. I may actually do Construction Sim before Emergency 5. We'll just have to wait and see what's going on. I actually got some dislikes on my Construction Sim video last time. I think I got like 3 dislikes, which is kind of weird. Maybe because I hired the worker for some of the jobs, I don't know. But if anybody gave me a dislike, let me know what it was for, and I will try to address that in future videos. But, you know, thanks again for watching, guys. I am going to kind of draw it to a close. I'm getting kind of tired, and I need to get ready for bed. Well, actually, I get to process the video, copy it over my back, get all that other stuff done. So that's going to take a while. But yeah, I do really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for the support. I'm currently closing in on 10,000 subscribers. I have less than 400 to go right now, and I'm really pretty pumped about getting to 10K. So thank you guys so much for your support. We will see you back in the next episode of Farming Simulator 15. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am Brad M73. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.